Hey, what's up? Joe and Sherry Richardson coming at you with another
Just us?
Just Real.
Right.
No
Hey,
doubt.
handsome.
Hey, beautiful, how are you?
I'm well.
You look good.
Thank you. I feel good
Most
today.
important.
I feel
Great.
good today
Wonderful.
because we talking about physical health today.
Let's talk to the people.
Okay?
Let's go.
All right. This is a struggle for me, y'all. Feel like the older I get, the harder it is
Mhm.
for me to stay physically fit and healthy, but I know how important it is
Very.
to do it. We joke a lot with the girls, we laugh with the kids. And I've said, often to my girls that I've lived the majority of my life and they get upset
Right.
when I say it, but it's the truth. I have more years behind me than I have in front of me. And so I'm really trying to be intentional about whatever time I have left, but it's a struggle. I am not going to lie. It is really a struggle. I realize and recognize, though, that my body is a temple. It's a gift to me from God. I believe it's First Corinthians 6:19 says, "Don't you realize that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who lives in you and was given to you by God? You do not belong to yourself." And so I realize being physically fit or trying to be as physically healthy as I can is actually an act of worship and stewardship.
Yes.
And so even though I struggle, there's things that I feel have been important for me to understand. One of which is understanding my family's health history.
That's big.
Because when I realize what we have dealt with in our family, strokes, heart attack, hypertension, diabetes, like all of these things, the fact that I'm aware allows me to realize, okay, I need to make some adjustments. And so that's the second point. Not
Yes.
just being aware of what they are, but realizing now I have to make necessary adjustments,
Yes.
whether that's in my eating, whether that's in my physical exercise, sleep and rest
Yes.
are a part of that,
Big
and
part.
even stress management.
That right there.
Hmm.
That right there.
Exactly. And so I feel like intentionality is what I want to say, like
Yes.
really being intentional. So having the information, making the adjustments, and then I think something that we don't pay attention to as it relates to our physical health, but it does impact it, is our emotional health.
Yeah. It's true.
Because our emotional health actually impacts every entity, but it really does impact our physical bodies. And so being as emotionally healthy as I can be, I think also has helped me realize, okay, I am stewarding well when I'm being more emotionally healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
A grace that I have a hard time giving myself.
Yeah.
I was a three sport varsity athlete in high school. And so working out and being active was never an issue for me. And so now I'm like, I'm really, really hard on myself because it's so hard. And I realized, okay, I need to give myself some grace
Yes.
so that I can be consistent, so that I don't defeat myself, so that I keep going. Hebrews 4:16, it says, "So let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need." Um, Another version says, "So let us come boldly to the throne of our gracious Father. There we will receive his mercy and we will find grace to help us when we need it the most." And that brings me to my final point, which is I really have to seek God for strategy. I I really need his it I used to be able to do it on my own. I used to, be able to get up and run and do, all of these things and work out as when I wanted to. My body's a little bit different now that I'm older. And so not only do I have to extend grace to myself, but I need strategy from God. And so I am really in this season trying to lean into Him. But the last thing I want to say, babe, is thank you to you, because in this struggle, you have been my encourager. You literally have helped me stay motivated and consistent and disciplined. And I'm beginning to see the payoff of that. It's been slow.
Good.
It's been slow, and I'm still haven't arrived, but I'm much healthier. I'm much stronger, which was evident when I lifted that 350 on the leg press the other day.
Yes, you did. I witnessed it. Definitely 350 at first.
Did 350 on the leg press the other day. I was so happy. But with all that being said, I know actually being physically fit and intentional about working out actually saved your life.
Yeah. I've always been physically fit. I've always been athletic. I've always been an athlete. I've always played sports. Um, at the age of 18, I went into the Marine Corps, a physically demanding occupation. I followed that up with corrections, another physically demanding job. And lastly, I went into law enforcement as a police officer. Once again, another physically demanding job. So I've always taken good care of my body. I always worked out. I always ran. I always lift weights. I always boxed and things like that, to remain physically fit. And actually, I'm a 2-time cancer survivor, but I'm going to talk about my second bout, which was in 2015. I got diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. It was a blood cancer. It's called double hit lymphoma, a rare and aggressive form of cancer, and they caught it at stage 4. Within a month, I lost between 30 to 35 pounds. To some people, I was almost unrecognizable because I lost so much weight in such a short period of time. I remember on that initial visit over to Fox Chase Cancer Center in Philadelphia, they had to take me in a wheelchair. My body was just that weak. I remember my head being off to the side. I could barely lift it, just so physically weak. And then sitting down with that doctor, one of the first things he ended up saying when he began to talk about that diagnosis was that people with that rare type of cancer that I had, and the fact that it was stage 4, oftentimes don't even treat them.
Wow.
They just ask them what kind of comfort meds do they want. He said, but I looked at your scans. I looked at the tests that you took. And he said, it appears like you've always taken care of your body. He said, and for you to survive, that's going to be needed.
Wow.
Because the chemo regimen that I would have to go through was going to be very demanding on my body and my organs. And he stressed the fact that my organs were good. They were healthy, which means I took care of my body. And so my cancer treatment regimen was I would be admitted into the hospital for 5 days at a time. I would have chemo that would go through a bag 24 hours a day. When that bag was done, they would take it down and put another one up. So for 5 straight days, it was chemo, 24 hours a day. Then I would come home for 15 days, only to have to return back for another 5 days and repeat that cycle. So I ended up having to do that a total of 6 times, 6 cycles. And then my cancer was in remission, and I was able to get a stem cell transplant. The great thing about that, the fact that I took care of my body, is that I was able to use my own stem cells. And what that meant is that I did not have to take anti-rejection medicine for the rest of my life if I would have had to take someone else's stem cells. And my doctor really attributed the success to the way that I stewarded and took care of my body when I was younger, not knowing that the work I was putting in then would play a part in helping to save my life in the future.
That's good.
And so I want you all to know that it's never too late.
Mm-mm.
It's never too late to
Right.
get started. Get started, be intentional, be consistent. I'm here as a living testament of what taking care of your body
Right.
early on can do for you in the future.
Right.
But being physically healthy is a choice.
It is a choice.
It's a choice.
And we don't know where everybody may be, what stage of your life, you may be in, but it's never too late to start.
I agree.
Baby steps. And that's it.
Most definitely.
I'm glad you took care of your body.
I am
Because you're
too.
here with me today.
I am.
Mhm.
It's been 10 years, since that diagnosis. And I'm so thankful to God.
Good. Yes.
God is the healer.
Mm-hmm.
But some things that I did proactively
Exactly.
in the front end
Mm-hmm.
helped me on the back end.
That's so true. Stewarding your temple well.
Yes,
All
definitely.
right. So, just us, just real, babe.
I love you.
I love you too. Thanks.